Hello everyone, I am Bob.
I'm Carrie.
This is 25 Plus Life and we've gone tiny. Tiny house, that is. So we're going to walk you through what we think is really a unique spot here in Sevierville, Tennessee. I almost said South Carolina for a second.
Oh yeah, no.
This is an Airbnb rental that we rented. This is not paid for by anybody else. This is just something that we wanted to do as we've been looking for a home base and a potential tiny home candidate. This here, I will link everything to this rental here, as well as there's like 12 of these in this tiny home community.
It's really cute.
We're going to give you a tour here, and then at the end of our stay, so for next week for you guys, we'll have a tour of the whole community as a whole. But right now, we're going to go inside, and I guess
you can meet Carlotta.
Carlotta, which is number 12 here in Sevierville.
Yeah,
they're
all individually named.
They are, and they all have a little distinct little flair to them. But this one here was our favorite at the top of the hill. So, ready? Let's do it.
Can I come in? Hello?
Come on in. Welcome to our tiny home. So, right off the bat, this is, I gotta say, has exceeded every expectation that I've had. Right off the bat here, when you come in the door, you have about a 32 to 36 inch TV, which normally I say isn't that big. But the space is perfect for the space. You have Wi-Fi, cable. They actually have a little Roku up here as well. This is really nice. And Carrie, if you swing over here, this is a king-size bed in the tiny home, which is amazing in and of itself. The detail on the wood here, this is all solid wood, really thick. And I dare say, this is pine, Carrie. Real pine.
For real?
For real.
All right.
And that's an inside joke for you guys that do woodworking. But yeah, this really, they pack so much character into a small space, and to have a king-size bed is amazing. Which, yeah, especially coming from an RV. Over here we have the microwave. We also have a little mini fridge. It has a really tiny, small, compact freezer. Here we have a hair dryer. So this is like a little washing area outside of the bathroom. So with a nice mirror.
It's like a kitchenette, kitchen.
Yeah, kind of an all-in-one thing. They have coffee. They even a couple of bottled waters, some ground coffee, sugar, like everything you need to get yourself up and running in the morning. A couple of mugs. Nice sink if you want to come over here and check this out. And this is a nice little sink here. It has a nice little
do you know what the best feature is, Bob?
Hand soap. So if you know me at all, I have a big complex about germs and everything. This is pre-pandemic, so imagine how my senses are going off now. But to see a place include hand soap, that's pretty darn good, because normally I travel with my own. So you get some lights overhead, and one thing I want to point out, I'm a big fan of the woodwork in here, but if you want to take a look at these floors, look at these floors. And this is probably just pine with like a burn treatment over the top. But really, the character in here is amazing. And then we'll bring you over here. And what I thought was pretty cool, they got a little table, a couple of chairs, so you can sit down and whatever. And then they have all the information that you would need about Long Springs tiny homes. There is a couple of videos on YouTube, but they're only about a couple of minutes long, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I think there's so much more here that is just amazing. So here, and they also have a nice little logbook, which I thought was pretty cool, where you write your little moments of, things that stuck out from your stay and leave to the next one. Anybody who's been on the AT and has been in a shelter knows that those logbooks are pretty cool, and it's a nice way to not only see who's been here, but to pass on what you've done here as well. So pretty cool. Here, excellent use of space, a little storage closet. They come with an ironing board and an iron, unlike the last place that we were in. This here even has fly swatter because we are out in the woods. There's a couple of batteries here, some towels, toilet paper, a broom, a couple extra pillows. Looks like a cleaning towel and such there. Over here, this is basically all your fuse panel, and everything is really well marked. This here is a split system. It's a Mitsubishi, which is amazing. Heat and air conditioning all in one, which the more we've dove into tiny houses and living, this is definitely the way to go with these mini splits. Right down to little things like this really are big to me. This is, little pegs, hold your purse, which is not mine, it's Carrie's, hold a coat and stuff like that. Really, it's smart. Very good use of the space, which would have been just behind the door. Speaking of doors, we're going to go in here. This is a bathroom. And one of the things that Carrie and I struggle with is I'm 6'2", and Carrie's 4'2", and no, she's 5'4". She kicks me from underneath the camera.
5'5.5".
So one of the things we typically struggle with is bathroom sizes, whether it's in an RV or it's in a rental or hotel, stuff like that. This place I didn't have that problem. This has a full-size shower, tub combo. Everything's laid out nicely. And I also noticed that the toilet itself
It's not on the floor.
is not on the floor, so it's nice that you're not down by your shoes while you're doing your twos, right? Because that is, anybody that's on the taller size knows that those toilets that are on the floor, it just doesn't work for you. And then this is one of the nicest little things I've seen here, if I remember to unlock the door, is look at this. Now, you have a nice little porch on the back. It leads right over to the woods. There's number 11 down below, which will give you guys a tour of the community afterwards. But just the amount of work and quality of what's going on here. You have all this natural light that comes in. This here goes above the alcove there. And just really nice, well done, not thrown together type place, which is really cool. And I want to say, Carrie, all together for 3 nights, I believe we paid somewhere around $488 for the 3 nights. That's with the cleaning fee and Airbnb's charges.
Which, very well insulated.
Very well insulated. It's incredibly warm in here. But the cost-wise for this place here, and what we've looked at in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, this was on the low end of pricing, and it has just, I don't know, whether or not it's cool as a guy to say, but it has so much charm. It's just, this is something where you want to spend, I could easily see you want to spend time to, be by yourself and write. This is a great place for that. You want to come up for a honeymoon or a little anniversary stay like we're doing here. This is a great, great thing. And I gotta say, if I was going to build something like this, right, which we've talked about having a separate piece of property down south and doing something like this, I probably would do these types of finishes. This is not cheap. Like, these boards here in and of themselves are pretty expensive. So to do something like this, where, like, even in our cabin that we have on property, we use these cedar planks up top, and those aren't necessarily cheap, but this stuff here is definitely a lot more money. And they did a really solid job. These doors are amazing.
Did you see under the bed that there was more storage?
So yeah, I
didn't notice that until right now.
I kicked that earlier. So if you want to show here.
Yeah.
Some storage right here, and this is deep.
And they're deep,
and it goes all the way back. So as far as location goes, to Dollywood, I want to say it's about 12 miles. It really didn't take us long to get here, and we'll be going back to Dollywood in the morning and checking that all out. And you're close to Pigeon Forge and everything else. I think from the island, which is where we left to come over here, it was roughly about a 15-minute drive. So, and along the way, some of the most beautiful country we've seen with all of that hustle and bustle of you know, what you know of as Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. So yeah, if you've seen something here that you like, we'd appreciate it if you give us a big thumbs up. You also hit the subscribe button, because the woman behind the camera, right there, my bride loves it when you guys subscribe.
I do.
We're over the 800 mark. We're on our way to 1,000. If you'd like to see us do more of these tiny home reviews, vacation spots, rentals, let us know. If there's something that we missed, or you would have liked to say, hey, Bob, we would have liked to know there's a little bit of stained glass way up in that top window, and you didn't tell us, or about the fan, let us know below as well. Each time we do a video, they get a little bit better with feedback from you guys. So that's it, Carrie.
That's it.
So join us next week on Sunday morning. We will have a full tour of the tiny home community here. Was it Long Springs?
Yes.
And we'll show you the rest of this and what it's like. And yeah, so till then, see you next time.